Okay, try another reboot here, guys. It looks like I totally locked up and crashed. Um, sorry, I'm trying to get a note out to the people that were in my chat. Sorry, rounding the troops. All right, I'm getting 9 in here. Shauna. Hey, Nancy. I don't know what the heck happened there. That's the first time I ever had any connectivity issues since we upgraded. Kathy Berg. When it comes and hang it on StreamYard, I can send you a link. I would love to try that sometime, Kath, but we didn't let people know you were streaming. I let people know you were streaming too, and then I was on for a few minutes and it completely locked up and crashed. So I don't know what else is going to happen. This is the first time I've gotten an unstable connection error since we upgraded. So I would love to do that sometime, but I don't think I want to do it tonight because I don't know what's going to happen over here. And I wasn't planning on staying on very long. If Eileen doesn't show up, I might not. I might be able to get away with that. But I appreciate that, and I would love to do it sometime. Yeah, that exactly, Kath. Go ahead and keep going. I'll send them over there. This was a last minute thing where I ended up having time tonight, and I thought I'd jump on while I had a minute. I checked before I went on, and I didn't see any before I sent out that I was going to go on. I didn't see anybody on. And then noticed right before I got on that you guys were on. So I started my last little bit saying, Kathy is on with Colleen. Stay there if you want to stay there, or go over and check them out. Okay, I think we're back. Now, I wonder if that had anything to do with the camera software. I used this the last time when I tested it. Let's see, is it working? Yeah, it's zooming in a little bit. Yeah, I asked Sandra if she knew if anybody was going on tonight, and she said no. And then noticed that yours was titled Impromptu, so I figured you did the same thing as what I did. Great minds. Hey, April. All right, we'll try this again. It looks like I'm okay now for the time being. I don't know what the heck happened there. Hopefully I didn't leave anybody hanging on the other stream going forward. But oh, thanks, Gala. This was done with this ink that I did the other day when I came on to test my camera, and Eileen roped me into doing all experiments, and then we went down the rabbit hole. So this I got on Amazon. There's no English branding on it. I just put in the search on Amazon, white Sumi ink. And it came up showing this white, this red, and a black one, all in this from the same vendor and the same item. And you could just click on which color you wanted. So, of course, I had to get both. Here's what I did the other night. I wrote with it over top of this image. And the red is very orange to me. That's a pretty, let me turn this daylight lamp on. Oh, Lord. It looks kind of orange in the picture. Everybody's telling me that the Japanese red is kind of a reddish orange. But here's what my eyes comparing it to. Let me see how hard it is, how much stuff I have in my own way. This is the little ink pad that came with my chop that I had made. Well, actually, that looks pretty close to that, doesn't it? Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's a good possibility there. I'm just going to press this on this paper next to this. That's a little more red. It is a red orange though, but it is more red to my eye. I don't. The camera's changed it a little bit. Um, I know, right? April, we're like what, a month out? Less than a month now. So when I was on my quest for the white ink, this is what I found first, and this is what I told you guys that I got at John Neal Booksellers, and it came in today. This I got. It's vermilion. It's Yasutomo, which is the same brand as these, right? Same brand as these guys, the silver black and the golden black. And this one is, well, the label, tape pulled it off, but it's vermilion. And I got this at an Etsy shop. So I'm going to try those side by side and see what they look like. Now, of course, this isn't going to say a word in English. I don't know if this has to, we have to shake this or not. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. And of course, Eileen, and when I saw Zandra's, her journal cover she did and used that copper. I had to get some Cowabunga copper from Lindy's. And I was looking for a couple of reds, so I cut a couple different reds to try. And this was kind of just a gray, blue, whale watch blue. And see how they ship them? I was showing this the other day. They ship the dry powder, the dry pigment in the spray bottle, and then you fill it up. There's a fill line on the label, right, where you fill it up with water. Some people use distilled. I just use tap water. And then shake it sideways like this rather than up and down to try to keep from forcing pigment up the spray tube. Eileen, oh no, Eileen's here. God knows what she'll have me doing now. Penny in the vault. I got your mail today. Thank you. I know, Joan, I wish you guys could go. That would be so much fun. But anyway, so I got a few of these, but they ship these like this, so they're much lighter weight. Their shipping is really low because these are like air rather than paying to ship all that water, right? So I'm going to do this on top of this paper, and I got a couple magicals. I had 4 of them, but these I got to try different colors. Afternoon Delight Denim, Antique Bronze, and Stormy Silver. So, and this is from John Neal's too. I got this. It's a ruler that will hopefully help me from lopping off a finger when I use my straight edge. Hey, Deb. It's got a little pocket here where you can tuck your fingers under it and then cut from this side. That's when I need like a suit of armor. I am, not so good on the cutting. If I'm going to cut these journal covers, I thought, oh, Lord, I saw that ruler on there. I thought I'm going to get one of those babies. Might save me a trip to the emergency room. And then I got this little bone scorer. And I got this pen from there. It's a brush sign pen artist. What? I don't know. Here we go. That's what it says. Of course, it's in Japanese again. I don't know if any of these numbers would tell anybody anything. You can take a screenshot right there or pause it and write it down. And it was only a couple of bucks, and it's got a really fine tip on it and loaded with black ink. But it's not being cooperative, and it's like almost dry. So I'm not pleased about that. Now, if I go really slow, good Lord, can you hear my husband on the phone? Bless his heart. My decal cutter. I know, right, Eileen? And that's already got one. After scouring the internet for a nice decal, Tim Holt is coming in. I know, I saw that. I saw Eileen's post on Twitter about it. I didn't see it other than that. What kind of decal cutter did you get? I don't have any. I have a decal edge ruler, but it's kind of contrived. It doesn't look really. It's got two sides to it. It's a Fisker's ruler, but it's okay. But Eileen posted on Twitter about Tim Holtz coming out with a new guillotine that's got a decal blade on both the base and the arm. So it cuts a real nice, even on little strips of paper, it cuts a real nice decal. Hey, Andrea. So I'm trying to sit here and hold this down a little bit and see, because this would make a really good, shoot. I'm just going to put it in my pen holder over here upside down for a while and see what happens. But in the meantime, let us move to I think that's the one I used. Let's try this next to this and see which one is more opaque. Eileen's working for Ranger. Oh, Lordy. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, I know you're probably not supposed to stir these, but shake them, but break some of those big bubbles. If you didn't know better, if you could hear Dave, you'd think he was in some major argument with somebody, and it's a buddy of his who's been unwell that he's calling to check on. So they're just shooting the breeze up there. But the little bit that I hear sounds like he's not doing what he's doing. But maybe I shouldn't have shaken it. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. Remind me not to do that anymore. Getting two things, one from Etsy, where the gut alters a ruler. And the other I got from eBay, from an Australian seller. I like the one better because the more random. How do you clean that brush? It's just in water. Just rinse it in water, like you would any other brush. I lay it out and make sure it dries, though, before I put it in upside down like this in my little holder. Well, I'm going to be scripting with bubbles, apparently. That seems really sheer compared to the other one, actually. I did reload more the other time. There's something similar next to it and see what we get. I'm going to let this sit a minute. Roto trim cutter with interchangeable blade. Interchangeable? Oh, you got other kind of... Oh, guy seller gut. That'd be nice to be able to have interchangeable blades. So now I'm going to give this one a fair shot and let the bubbles kind of subside in that, because that was not fair. Not fair at all. So this one I'm not going to shake. No. How come I don't have an interchangeable blade? Try to get some of the water out of this little brush. And let's see what this looks like compared to this. Well, I don't know. Let's see what it looks like when it dries. Might look a tad redder, but let's see what happens when it dries. It looks very blaze orange in here. Now see on my screen, that looks a lot more red than it is. This looks, in that cap, that looks like a hunter's vest, like in blaze orange. Neon, don't shoot me. I'm in the woods and I'm not a deer orange. So this one came out much smoother and more opaque so far. But see, I thought this for some reason was a more special bottle than this, but maybe it wasn't. Purple Cow rotary cutter. Lots of fancy blade. Purple Cow. I never even heard of that one. Okay, let's what was I going to do? Let's set this aside for a couple minutes. Eileen, what's the big trick and the best way to use magicals just to try out these colors? I'm not going to do anything with them. I'm just going to try them out. I know it probably tells me on this page, but I don't feel like reading it. Some fun facts. We apologize if you have a mess on your hands. Stray powders on the outside of products during shipping. First, we'll get your creativity following. Smell the watercolor straight out of the jar. Take them, spritz them with water, add them to rubbing alcohol to create alcohol inks. Oh, add them to your favorite art medium for custom coloring. Interesting. Purple Cow's an American. I've never heard that. Throw some on and spray it. We're gonna, on what, cardstock? Will that be good enough? Or should it be watercolor paper? Oh, Lord. These are really wrapped up here. I have pictures with Timmy. When he came to the Queen's Ink, I helped. They used the ballroom for his class. We had like 120 people in the class. And I helped him and his crew with the setup and the tear down and went to dinner with them that night. That's back when I was having really, really bad. Get the paper really wet. First, CB? Or I want to spray it after I put them down? Seems like they might go if I spray them after they're on there. Back at that time, that's been a number of years ago, I was having really, really, really bad hot flashes. And I mean, really bad. My doctor said she never saw anybody have them like that. But anyway, we were breaking down the whole setup and folding tables, packing their boxes to ship them back to Ranger and all that stuff. And I had my art apron on and I asked him to sign it. And he signed it. I have it here somewhere. He signed it. It said, so he was making fun of me, but he said something about, thanks for sharing the journey. It was hot. All right, here we go. Try it both ways. Of course we will. I'll get a piece of watercolor paper. Let's see what happens here. You know, I was surprised. For those of you who weren't online with me last night, underneath of this, you can see that I did this same thing I did on watercolor paper with that silver black ink. Remember this monstrosity? I did it in this little cheapy journal on this paper. It did not bleed through. And it's got the same silvery taupey blue shift in there. Isn't that crazy? Magicals are magical. Great. Hey, Lorna. Magicals are magical. You are a poet, Eileen, if nothing else, girl. Okay, let's see. Where's my water sprayer? We'll use this little puffer. See how that's got all the bubbles in it from where I shook it up? It's all bubbly. We'll redo that. I'm going to let the bubbles dissipate out of that one and try it again. Okay, we're going to spray this first. I'm just going to make a swatch. Pretty wet, they said. Spray it wet, they said. You'll like it, they said. Let's see. Okay, so this one is antique bronze. Hey, Wilna. That is not what you... Eileen. Whoa, that seems like a lot of pigment. Since I can, let me pull you in a little closer. Come closer. I'm going to spray a little more water on there. Looks like there's a little bit of blue breaking out. Oh, there is. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. Interesting. I'm putting a little bit more down here. And let's try the blue. This is Afternoon Delight Denim. It only takes a tiny amount. Oh, Lordy. Oh, geez, Louise. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Up close and personal. Eileen, they're magical. But that was kind of like all in a clump there. See what happens to that. We're going to let that just happen, whatever happens over there. Yeah, that is a lot. I'm telling you, I'm going to rename my channel, What Not to Do, with Eileen as a mod. Yeah, I have a hard time with tiny, don't I, Joan? I'm worse than Janet. I like Janet. Do magicals have binders? Eileen's the magical pro. Oh, wow. Look at all the colors coming out of this one. This was silver. Something. Stormy silver. That's like a little rainbow. That's not a storm. Look. This went from really cool to like, I don't know. Let me take a brush and just sort of, I'm going to use that brush. Not that one. Let's just use this one. Yeah, that's really thick. That was way too much. What's the matter with you people? If you dissolve all the pigment, it's supposed to be permanent. Good Lord, he talks loud. Bless his heart. I'm just going to spread this out so it has a chance of drying sometime this week. But I want to see what this brown one looks like. Fairy Treasures. I forgot your name too. But hello. Could paint my walls with that. Let's just spread this out and see what happens there. I can see all the little pigments jumping around. These are Magicals by Lindy Stamp Gang that I just wanted to test and see what they look like. This is the silver. It breaks out into all these colors, but when you mix them, you can still see them where they stain the paper. That's interesting. Now, why I thought I had to have these, I don't know, other than Eileen always talking about magicals, magicals. Oh, Angie. Well, we're just going to set this somewhere and let this dry and see what happens. I'm not going to load all these up, but I did get a couple of reds. I got Rudolph's nose because that was kind of a red, as one would imagine. Bombshell black. Cowabunga Copper. I got this red. This is O Canada Crimson. And then I got this one that's Whale Watch Blue. I don't know. Do we want to test all those and just show what colors they look like in person? If I do, I'll have to leave. And you use them often too. Hey, Monique. Just a little shopping. Treat them like watercolors with small amount of water and use with a brush. Uh-huh. Do I have enough water here? Maybe I'll just, these don't have to be filled with warm water, right? Add warm water. Of course they do. Ah, hey, Arlene. Oh, she's not, she's so bad she's good. Don't mistake that. Oh, hey, Jackie. Yeah, so now if I go fill these up, it's going to take a minute for that water to turn warm. Is everybody going to be patient enough to chat amongst yourselves while I'm gone? She's good at selling. I know. I think she gets a commission. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back. If you're watching the recording, you might want to scoot ahead a little ways. Takes a minute for this to warm up. Open your doors up. There we go. Finally getting a little warm. Almost done. Two more. All right. Okay, here we go. They really surprise you when you add water and see what the actual color is compared to what the powder looked like in the empty jar. So, did I lose everybody? Ah, you're still there with patient ladies. Okay, so here's the one called Whale Watch Blue, which looks silver and more like this than the spray, but it dries. You know, it's going to dry how it dries. We'll see what that does. And then this is the black, Bombshell Black. Patty, I'm going to send you my credit card bill for the that's reasonable. I'll accept that responsibility. All right, I don't like looking at this. Let's see, for my next magic trick, let's see what I can do here. Not very good. Keep your day job. I get tired of looking at all that old icky colors. We'll make new icky colors. So this is Cowabunga Copper. This is the one, if you guys watch Xander's stream where she did her journal covers. Mind Control Master Plan. Rudolph's Nose. I think this is a red with silver in it. And this, I don't know what this is. Starburst Squirts. Huh. Shut up, Gayla. Oh, it's got mixing beads in it. And it's not a sprayer. It's got one of these. So Eileen, why do I have this? This is Oak Canada Crimson. I remember it said something about it's like thicker, but it doesn't look thicker. I mean, it's just water and pigment. So how much thicker can it be? No, it's got the same fill line. All right, let's get this over with. Eileen's always up to something. I haven't met her in person before. I can see that little glint in her eye, even though I don't see her now. I know what she's thinking. Scary in there. Okay. Let me pull this. I'll wait for Eileen to tell me what the hell I bought. I'm going to come out on this Zoom a little bit. It's hard to get the whole thing in there. Let's she's like an evil genius, Eileen. All right, so this is Rudolph's Nose Red. So the reason I bought this, I wanted to try to find a red that kind of looked more like a Oriental red to use in some stuff, right? And I'm guessing that's probably not it. Oh, the other red is this. Now she's ignoring me. When I need her the most, she's ignoring me. I'm going to squirt a little bit of this out, see what happens. Well, maybe not. Oh, okay. I think this was a crimson with gold in it. Maybe I wasn't supposed to take that out, but I did. Oh, Lordy. Oh, shit. Did you see what I just did? Open. Had the top of it. I know. Mark me down, Gail. I said it. Hey, Carrie Ann. It should glow. Yes. It's going to glow silver here in a minute, but now it's got some of this mixed in with it. Thanks to Eileen. I'm going to blame it on Eileen. Well, okay, so I don't know what that's supposed to do. Let's get a brush on it and see what happens. It's got a lot of gold in it. That actually might look kind of nice. Man, I saw a weather report, Carrie, of rain, but it was a bad storm, like horrific winds with the rain. Yeah, so as these dry, you can start to see some of the silver, maybe, in this corner. Can you see that? There you go. See the silver glitz in that? And it is more of a pinky red. It's not a red. And this bit that's dripping off there, I'm going to let it drip off because that's this that bled into that. But this one, it's got a lot of gold in it, and you might not be able to see it when it's wet. I'll show you when it's dry. But there's a lot of gold in that one, which you can see up here now. This is the Cowabunga copper. What is the one with the funny top? It's called a Starburst squirt. Are you just asking me so I say it again? And it won't focus for me. There we go. Nope, in, out, in, out. Trust me, it says Starburst squirts. I don't know. It says it's supposed to be thicker. Rayette, hi. You've heard of Eileen? She's infamous. Oh my God! A little rain on Tuesday. No storm. Oz is not in Mother Nature is pissed off. It's crazy weather everywhere, but that's an extreme thing. Of course, that wasn't really caused by her, but you know, terrible. I knew you would like that color. We'll look at it when it dries down a little bit. I'm going to actually spritz a little more water on it because it is kind of pasty. Not pasty. That's an exaggeration. It's not pasty. So this is the copper. And this, again, was what Xandra used on her book cover. It was like bright, shiny copper. So we're going to see how that dries down. It's going to be pretty. Here's the black one. Kind of running out of room here. Bombshell black. Ew. Oh, mercy. That's pretty. It's got a heavy silver sheen in it. It's kind of Payne's grayish. What you can see down here, my overspray. Maybe when I zoom out, I'll show you. And then this is Whale Watch Blue. Oh, the dilutions, did they change the paper again? Whale Watch Blue. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that is a pretty, I like that a lot. I like all of them, really. I'm going to get out my heat gun. Don't type the name. Heat gun. So you guys can't see that because it zoomed in so much, I guess, right? Is that a little better? Oh, I got a little blue over spritz in here. Yeah, maybe you won't be able to see that, CB. The exact color. You can see it better over here. See all that gold coming up there where that dribbled over there? This one was the Canadian one with the red and the gold. Eileen, should you even really use the heat gun on this? I don't guess it would make that much difference. Yeah, I was thinking Dina's journal because she's got denim in it now, right? And a different color of the burlappy stuff. I think it's white. I think Sandra knows. She was saying, I think, on her stream. I don't know how I blasted a blue squirt right there and it kind of mixed in there and made that all different kind of colors. Don't ask me how it happens. All right, so that's the one that's called Oh Canada Crimson. And you can see some of it up here where the gold spilled in. Right, it's pretty. But see how much pinkier Rudolph looks than red Nick. I know, keep my day job. Cowabunga copper over here. That's a really nice, pretty, shiny copper. And this one is the black, what? Black what? Bombshell. Bombshell black. Bombshell black. It's got a lot of silver in it. It's really pretty. It actually looks a lot like this when it dries down. With that little blue cast in it. Can you see that? Interesting. And this one, I don't see a whole lot of sugar in that one. So I'm wondering, maybe I didn't have it mixed up. Oh, it separates really quickly, this one. I'm going to flip her over and try it again. So I'm going to do the two back here that didn't come out just right. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Claudie. All right, let's try this bad boy again because I think this should be shinier. And let's do this one again. No, this one. See, so this one, here's the shimmer that's in that one. It's gold, goldy gold. Eileen, do you have any squirts? And what do you use them for? How do you use them differently? Is it just, I guess it's just the same stuff with a different top on it? Oh, I wanted to remind you guys, Kathy Berg and Colleen are streaming over on Kathy's channel now too. If you want to pop over and see them. I don't know. I can't figure out what the purpose of this would be other than to make a pile of it and use it like ink. Oh, I just had a thought. I don't know. Let's try something here. I'm going to set these aside and let these dry down a little bit. And I'm going to do this. Let's pull this out of here. These are all dried up, gnarled up now. And I'm going to put some of this and use it on my brush. Oh, Sandra's video after Seth after. I wonder if it's the class that I was in with you, Z, up here at Queen's Ink. Rachel's going to be going to a series of classes at Queen's Ink here soon. I put a little bit of that in there. And then let's just try scripting with this bad boy and see what happens. I should give it proper due and give it a decent thing to try it on. Let's try this. My fingers are all inky. Try this rice paper. Oh man, you know what? If this works and it looks nice, I might have to get some more squirts. Oh, the one in New York. I was not at that one. Yeah, he goes to the ink pad up there. Sandra lives in New Jersey, and her daughter lives in New York City, so she hops on the ferry a lot of times and goes to New York. That's what we did. Sandra and I went last year, or I met her up there. I went by train from here and met her. And we went to Victoria Calderon's class up in New York City last December. This, you kind of really have to keep stirring it to get that right proportion of that mica in there. I'm anxious to see what this looks like, because this might require a couple more colors. All right, let's see what happens here. Goes all the way through. Stomach bug going around. Oh, God. No, thank you. April, I don't know if April's still on. Are you feeling better? I know she was not. She had a touch of the flu recently. You can't really hate that. That one looks like it's got the most gold in it. They all have some in it, but I don't know if it's... Come on. You are just not going to focus, are you? In and out, in and out. Got it. Oh, now as soon as I start to drop it, it focuses. Oh. Come on. Well, you can get the idea, right? It's shiny. Super thin paper. They bleed a lot. This is rice paper. Rice paper is super duper thin and absorbent. So it sucks it right through there. Let's just put it in this. This is just journal, a cheapo journal thing here that I have my collages in. Let's try this, see what happens. I think this paper, you know what? I'm going to try these inks on rice paper instead of just on this. I think that'll make a big difference in these. Because I can tell this paper's not so good for this. So let's give these white inks, not the white, but the reds, a little bit more of a shot. Let's go with this. Oh. And I'm guessing we're not supposed to shake these, so I'm not going to shake them. You can't hate that, right? All right, let's put a little bit of this one in there. And these look blaze orange, I'm telling you. This one, no branding on it. I got it on Amazon when I got this one. And I just put in the search, white Sumi ink, red Sumi ink. They were both on the same listing, actually. I wonder if I can put a little teeny tiny bit of that in there so you can see them. Oops, that was a lot of teeny tiny in there. What was the first red you were using? This one, the metallic one, that was the squirt. The Starburst squirt from Lindsay's Stamp Gang, which comes in this kind of tip, not a spray. But you can see that mica drops out of there really quick. You got to keep shaking it all the time and stirring it in here to use it. But that's what this is. That the one you meant, Rachel? Gampy paper. I don't even know what that is. Are you making that up, Eileen? Just to make me say the word Gampy out loud? Oh, that's a spam call. Call from patient. Okay, so that's this one. And that's this one. Okay. So these are the two colors of those. They look pretty close, actually. But they look redder on camera than they do here. Yes, they use that paper with the inks. Gampy. You never know when you're pulling my leg and when you're telling the truth. It's all the same. Gonna have to look. Gampy. Can someone put up a link to the site to get these? To get these inks? Welena, is that what you're talking about? If that's what you're talking about, you can just go to Amazon and put in white sumi ink in their search, and you'll find it. I'm not sure. Oh, are you talking about Lindy's? You might be talking about Lindy's. It's Lindy's Stamp Gang. See Lindy's on there? Lindy's Stamp Gang.com. Oh Lord, now I gotta click on Eileen's link. Probably gonna knock me offline. Handmade Gampy. Oh Lord. Now which one of those should I get? Hey Peg. Made from bark. Is that color called? No, the line of products in this type bottle at Lindsay's are called Starburst squirts. This one is called O Canada Crimson. And that's the only one of those that I got. And see the squeeze tip rather than a spray. So O Canada Crimson is the color. And they are in the line called Starburst squirts. So the Starburst, these are Starburst sprays, right? So I'm sure it's the same pigment. And I guess it just comes out thicker with this nozzle. Trying to keep up with the chat just back to the car. Okay, let's see what we got here. So this is the little bottle of the vermilion that I got on Etsy. Okay, here we go. All right. Get Gampy at Jerry's. All right. Well, I'll see about that. All right, now this. Rachel, whose classes are you taking at Queen's Ink? I can't remember. Rachel's going to be taking classes there just as we get back from Arizona. So I'm going to go meet her for dinner one night over at the in that area. Oh, Seth Apter's. Oh, yeah, the studio sessions. I remember seeing about that. All right, let these dry down and see what kind of. What the heck's on here? I'll wipe this off with a baby wipe. I'm seeing a little bit of black coming off of there. Oh, I must have it sunken into the bamboo there. That's okay, as long as it's not in the bristles. We're good. No, it's not. They're clean. Okay, so I'll let these dry. I do think, to what I see here, that this one, which is the vermilion in this bottle, is a tiny bit redder than this one. This one is more orange. They both look orange to me. But if I really look at it, this one's got a little bit more red to it than the one I got on Amazon. Did anybody put the Lindy's Stamp Gang link up there? But yeah, it's a little different. Oh, there you can kind of see. It's subtle. You probably wouldn't know the difference if I used one and not the other. But there you go. I'm going to go back to this white, and then we're going to do something else. I don't know what that is, but we're going to do something else. See if my bubbles kind of settle down there. Give this white another shot without all the little bubble bits in it. Still kind of bubbly, I got to tell you. Wow, that's really sheer. That's not, you know what? Something, it doesn't seem, hang on. I'm going to take this and stir it. No, I was going to see if it like settles on the bottom like some pigments do, but I don't feel it doing that at all. Huh. Interesting. Thanks, E. Eileen, Gail, everybody put it up there. So whoever that was asking about that link, hey, Vic, there it goes off the screen. You can scroll up and grab it. But yeah, I don't, it's really trying to get it concentrated away from the bubbles in that little pocket that's smooth in there. See what I can. Nope, it doesn't seem as opaque as this one. That's a little disappointing. I thought this was special because of the bottle. Hey, Linda. Is that another Linda? Eileen. Oh, you're just mean. You're just mean-spirited. 85 degrees. Yeah, both of those look a little more sheer than this one, where I use this one a little heavy-handed. Have you tried the Dr. P.H. Martin Bleed Proof White? I have it, and I've used it for different things, like when I did like watercolor galaxies and stuff to spritz some little stars in there. I haven't used it for this. And to be honest, I don't know when I'm going to use the white. So look, this apparently is the same brand, both on Amazon, but this gold wasn't available on the same item as this red, this white. They run the same item number, and a solid black on Amazon. They were all 3 offerings there. This I got on a separate one, but it's identical to this. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. I showed you the other day. I had some coffee stained papers that I did. Oh, here's this experiment we did the other day where I tried to do the scripting and with the patina stuff on watercolor paper. Not liking it. Of course, you can see what it did to the paper, right? And it just doesn't turn out like the others did that I did on the red rosin paper with, painting the whole surface. Of course, this I was trying to use a brush to script with, so I don't know. That's how it turned out. But can't say that I'm that thrilled with it. And I tea and coffee stain this Gigantor piece, thinking maybe I could do. Oh, you know what? That's what we'll do. All right, we're going to try those big silver black swooshes on this and see how they come out. Let me show you this first. So here's this is tracing paper. No, this is onion skin. I see the watermark. And I just threw some coffee and let me zoom out a little bit. I threw some coffee and tea on here, and then I set coffee cups on it to make the rings. All right, but that's on onion skin. You can hear that nice crunchiness. Blooded sucker. Don't make me come down to Boca. This is on the resume paper, and I think this looks the best on this resume. The cottony paper really absorbs it, and I like this the darker little edges that form there. I just did it on one side. That's another piece that's on resume paper. And I just threw one of the graph papers up there. But I'm not wild about it on the rice paper. It gets real bland. It doesn't show any kind of edges on it like this does on the onion skin. See the difference? It's just sort of like, eh. This is another piece where I almost covered the whole thing. But not too wild about those. But what I wanted to show you is, I don't know if Jan's on tonight. I didn't see Jan. But she sent me an image. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, it's over here. She sent me an image that she thought I would like. Gaila, you'll like this. But this is a piece of Tomoe River that I coffee and tea stained. And I just ran it through my printer with that image on it. It's Egyptian, I don't know if you want to call it script. It's all these different symbols and stuff. But that came out pretty cool. I'm thinking about maybe doing a collage using this. But before we go there, let me get this idea out of my head and see if this works. Let me clear my way here before I have more of a disaster than I already do. Can you post that for us? I will, but you know what? I need to find out first, Linda, from Jan, where she got that. I don't know if that's, the ones I've posted before were pictures I took myself, and I wouldn't have anybody coming back about using their image. And she sent me this, but I don't know where she got it. So I need to make sure of where that came from before I can do that. And it tore a little bit. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Of course, you can't see it because the damn thing's too big. Let me get this out of the way. All right, let's bring this dry. And you can see now how this does look kind of cloudy. This blue, it looks more like the label. It's got a lot of silver in it, but it is a very grayed, muted color. A little bit of teal popping in there. And here's that, of course, with the brush now, I made the streaks of that gold. That's from the brush strokes. But that's that Oh Canada Crimson. Who was that asking me that? Rachel? No. I forget who asked me. Anyway, that's what that is. So here we go. Break my balls loose in here. Get this shaken up. Gayla. You're welcome. Let's do this. Let's see. Can I don't know if that can be reconstituted or not. Oh, look how that dried right up out of there. Oh, that just flaked apart. Okay. We're going to let that be. We're going to come over here. I'll have to soak this bad boy. See what we get. Now, oh, that's how I did it. Okay. I wonder what brush I used when I did that. Do you guys remember what brush I used when I was putting those big silver black shapes on the paper? I think it was just this little, where is it? Hang on. Where the hell did I put it? I just saw it tonight. It can't be that far away. Here it is. I think I used this one, which is what I always scripted with until I got those lemons on brushes. Patty gives us nightmares with that. Come on. She does, Eileen. It's like she's drawn to that shape. So I don't know. I don't think the coffee is going to lift up off of this. This is watercolor paper. So we'll see how this goes. Somebody told me this was sold out. I don't know where they were looking, but I'm sure you crazy women caused an avalanche on Amazon. So now, oh, you know what? I got to get clean water. I got my water all munged up. I'm just going to get one jar, not all 3 jars clean. I just need one. Chat amongst yourselves again. Oh, here's that first when I kind of went overboard on the pigments of those Magicals by Lindsay's. This is the Afternoon Delight Denim. Look at all that pretty teal in there. That's a good mermaid tail, Z. That was the Magical. This one was the bronze. And this was Stormy Silver that had that rainbow effect. And then it just does just kind of go silver when it dries down thinner. Okay. Let's see. So, I'm telling you, my desk is never big enough. I'm going to put time out on my own channel. Thank you. See, there's another magical flower, Claudie. All right, let's get her going. See what happens. This is hard for me to... Some places where I left the cup sit on there, it made an indentation in the paper. Oh, hell, where's my fresh black? See where it's shiny. All right, here goes nothing. Let's see what happens to that. See if it does the same thing. Either way, it's starting to look pretty cool, so we're going to press on. Bye, Penny. You know, you should drive a mile and be over here in the basement with me, but no. So the coffee is not moving. It is stained, which I figured it would be. It's looking pretty cool, actually. You can see some of the sheen on this one up here on that angle where it's bent. That's kind of working a little bit better for me than the last one. And I just want to kind of scatter these about. This might actually end up being kind of a cool cover. I just have to repair my tear. Repair my tear. So I'm talking about Kathy Arbor's journal cover that she demoed on her channel not too long ago, a week or so. Where she used stencils and the Lindsay sprays. That's how we got on Lindsay's and got this whole thing going down the rabbit hole. That one kind of went a little crazy. Look how much more of the black ran differently over there. Interesting. This is in my way. But this, I could, let's do one down here. Maybe it was wetter up there. I don't know. More paint. Who knows? Who that? That's my brother. My little baby Bubba. This summer at the retreat, I ought to get him and Chelsea and Zach to bring the kids over. They're so damn funny. She said coffee, now my brain's thinking. Hey, Tanya. Chelsea sent a picture. I'll have to show you this little video while these kind of decide what they're going to do. This one kind of went, woo, crazy over there. Skip, my brother, got Owen, who just turned 3 last week, or on the 6th. A John Deere tractor pre-Christmas. This is so funny. So here he is on his tractor, right? He's 3. He can barely reach any of the controls or anything, but it's got a little trailer and it's got a big dump thing on the front. Chelsea was trying to, and so Skip got him a cowboy hat because he thought it would be cute if they could play in the background. She thinks my tractor's sexy with a cowboy hat riding it. So he's got his John Deere hoodie on, the cowboy hat. Chelsea almost had it figured out, but she's only got the words. The music didn't come out. Look at him driving this damn thing. Oh my God. He's too cute. Anyway, had to show you. All right, one more over here. He was vacuuming. He loves to clean, weed whack, leaf blow, mow the lawn, any kind of chore he sees his mother or father do, he wants to do. Today, Chelsea sent another video of him actually running the real vacuum, the Dyson. I know the hat's killer. A Dyson cordless like we have. She had one, and he's actually running that thing that's like twice his height all around the house. I said he's like a Roomba. All right, these are kind of separating really nicely. Something happened over here. I'm not sure what, but it's not a loss. I know the hat's killer, isn't it? All right, I can't turn this over till this dries a little bit. So while I'm waiting, let me see if I can. Oh, here he is. Of course, everybody vacuums with their helmet on. I'm telling you, that he's a cleaning fool. He needs to come and visit Aunt Pappy a little more. Nuvo Mica Mist. Ooh, no, but I think that's probably good. There's my brother and Cammie. In her superhero outfit, Donna, but his mom will run him out. I know. If she does, he's coming here first, Donna. He's crazy. I mean, he'll take a Kleenex or a paper towel, and you'll see him down on the floor wiping the baseboards, wiping the glass on the front door. It's like, oh my God. So this turned out pretty good. You can't quite see the cloud around it as much, but that's okay. This one kind of obliterated. I don't know what happened there, but it still looks kind of cool as a background mark. This one is kind of doing the same thing, and it's both on this end of the paper. These are more, these two are more crisp. This one's kind of half and half, but they do have that bluish tint to it. I'm going to try to dry this. I can get moving along. Flip her over and do the rest. Yeah, I like that. Let's call it the juxtaposition, just to use a Gala word. She likes those big words, but she's smart. When she's not being a lunatic. You got to catch it just right to see the genius. All right. So that's really interesting. Very interesting. But you know, I think this, hang on. I think some of this tape sprinkled in here with the coffee stain on it. It won't really pop that much though, will it? But it'll get some scripting in there with kind of the same background. Here's the one. No, this is Robin's because hers had that index tab on this lighter paper. These are the ones I did, I think, or maybe that was Robin's too. I don't remember. Those are a little bit lighter. These look more like what I did. But that might look kind of cool in there. Sprinkled about. This one's kind of run off the rails. What did I do there? I can't even tell which way it is. There we go. I don't know how that one got so wonkified. But anyway, that might be something going forward with more layers if we attempt to do that. All right, I can flip this over now. It's really crazy. I would have liked for them to all come out like these two. But you know, we just don't get what we want sometimes. This is really weird. It's not very silver. Well, it is now that you see it on the camera there, the right angle. Looking at it this way, I don't really see that much silver in it. Okay, here's the back side. Let's do it again, because this gets folded and cut up a little bit. So the journal's going to end up, gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head, like 7 by 11. So it's about this wide and this long-ish. And it folds over. It's the back, the spine, 2 sides, and then there's an edge that when you fold it, it can flip over the top. Did that make sense? Did you follow my hands there? This, yeah, this is coffee and tea thrown on that large sheet of watercolor paper that I want to try to make a journal cover out of, April. And then I'm just using this silver black ink, wetting the paper so it kind of does that little cloudy burst of feathering. Whoa, that one's really feathering. That might have been a little too wet. Oh, Gayla, look closely. Oh, that's not good. 4 inches off the bottom and top. Ah! Both sides, Z, or one or the other? Because this is 18. Oh, hell, I have to remember that, how that works. Oh, mercy. So you never, well, Kathy's done a few. She probably would remember, but I can't would not have any idea how this is going to fold up and what's going to show where. So there's not going to be a whole, that's not hardly wet at all. You know, not going to see probably a whole image of this anywhere. Cast cut 1 3/8 off the bottom. And then like another 4 inch or something came off, but part of it stayed to flip it up for a pocket, right, Eileen? That looks kind of weird there. Did you get the die? I did. I do have it, Eileen. I don't have it handy, but I have it. If I ever get one painted, I'll dig it out. We never know how that's going to work out here, do we? I don't feel so. Pearl. Hey, Pearl. Welcome. Hey, hey, hey. Some of these are going a little crazy. The book's 11 by 7 1/4. 4/3 is folded up. I think it was 4 3/4 is what you meant, right? I know, I like a little whoosh. I like a little whooshy, gotta tell you. Very feathery. Let's plop one more over in this corner. What time is it? 8:30. Oh, that's not bad. When did I start? 7? No, that's not bad at all. Put one down here in the low corner, which I guess is probably going to get cut off if I'm listening to these guys, which I should because they know more than I do. Watch Janet make hers if you want to get confused. Oh, no. Hey, Geraldine. Oh, what have you done to Janet again? All right, let's see what happens there. This one obliterated. Isn't that funny? How some of them really hold their shape and other ones just kind of went a little crazy. I wonder, could it be the difference of whether it was tea or coffee? I mean, that's the only difference of some of the stuff that's on here. It's either tea or coffee stain. Very strange. But I do like it against the coffee stains. That's kind of rustic-ish looking. What else can I do to it? Oh, this is what I needed. La, 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 la. What was that? What was that? Could that be new pictographs for eye stencils? I don't know. You didn't see it here. All right. Waiting for these to dry. This one obliterated too. That's so weird. Pecan. I kind of want to keep going on this and figure out what my next layer is going to do. Let me pull out some more. Now on this side, you can see the clouds that are a little gray around those. On the other side, unless they dried like that, really, really, really strange. Yeah, see this, you don't see the cloud as gray. Where I look down here at this one, you do. Interesting. So I kind of like that they're different. I mean, hell, that's the way they are. I might as well like them, right? I need to keep going. Okay, what's my next step? For more layers, there's a little schmutz of red on there from somewhere. Where the hell did that come from? Let's get rid of that just in case. Do I want to put some of that washi down? Oh, this is going to be a problem over here. I don't know if I can come back from that tear. Since you have so much feathering, why not add in metallic alcohol inks to blend in some of feathered areas? Well, they're dry now. And I do have some alcohol inks, but I don't think I want alcohol ink on watercolor paper. It looks best when it's on something that's non-porous. I don't know if, hang on. I mean, I guess I could put some little collage bits of something shiny in there that's thin. And I got a ton of that. And then even this. Oh, the FW inks. Yeah, I have some of those too. Use a zodiac stamp and a little crackle. Ooh, the crackle. I wonder how that would work on the. This is really warped, much like Kayla. Love you. Wouldn't hurt you if I didn't love you. It's really warped, so I wonder how that roller. That's an interesting proposition you got going there, or maybe even this stamped on my jelly plate and pick up some of that bronze and put a little something of this in there. Now we're talking. Okay, see, this is why I keep you people around. I've said it before. I'm going to stand by it. And maybe some of this. Come on, Eileen, work with me. Yeah, the FW would work better on here. The alcohol inks, I didn't. That's what I was questioning on non-porous stuff. But how do I want to use them on here if I used them? That's the thing. She needs your support, Eileen. I really like this. Maybe little strips or little funky pieces of this plopped in here and there. I don't know. You know what? I think we got something here, though. Let me, oh, Lord, I got to move this. This is a disaster waiting to happen. And where possibly could I move it to? I'm going to walk it over here. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Oh, the phone. Oh, I know. What did I do with those? Somewhere. Hang on. I really have to go through this crap. Here we go. Hang on. These are some of the papers that Jude sent me. Oh, even this. Oh, no, that's not on. I thought that was on onion skin. That's on regular bond paper. And these are copies of Jude's folder that she sent. I took copies of them on onion skin. Oh, maybe throw some little rose gold in there. I mean, I don't want to take the white paper down there, but maybe rose gold right on top of that. Ish, maybe. And here's that gold black for that. I wonder how rice paper collages. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hang on. So here's copies that were ran through twice of big fonts. I don't know if I need any more big stuff on there. Little bits of that. Your paper is more elegant with it being less crowded. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to put a lot of stuff, of any of this stuff on there. I'm just looking for the right thing to put on there. No. Okay. Oh, Lord. With Daddy Van's work on rice paper. I don't know, Eileen. I'm not, I don't know. Like on any of these, you mean? Well, this is onion skin. You said rice paper. This is rice paper. Both of these are rice paper. I really like how realistic that looks. Hey, well, I don't know about the folding. I have to do that last after it's folded. The embossing with that stamp, I could do that on there and have that cutting circles from those papers. Yeah. But you know what? They're so thin, you know I'm going to screw that up. I was thinking about adding some of the woad at some point. That dark indigo-ish color. I love this piece right here. This Jude sent me this, and this is copied on onion skin, and that gets really sheer. To maybe put a piece of that, little strips of this maybe. Hither and yon. So those are some that let's see what we have in here. Oh, I did make a little bit of washi out of that. Looky there. Huh. Oh, remember this one? Not this piece, but remember my medallion? Oh, hey, Eileen, you know where you sent me to look for that one Zodiac stamp? Cherry Pie, I think it was on Etsy. They have this stamp. They have this image in a stamp. I got one. It's on the way. Uh-oh, hang on. Hold the phone. All right. What else do we have in here? I have a lot of that black and gold. Maybe not this exact piece, but maybe that black and gold. To get some pops of black with that paper in here. Here's another little bit. Interesting. I'm just trying to rifle through here and get ideas of what I could. I see these patina papers are really cool, but I'd have to wait for that to do that after like the last minute because I couldn't put them on a fold, right? And I don't know where that's going to end up. Here's that mock-up little piece of, oh, that would look kind of cool on there. I can make more of that. Yeah, that's tape. Remember that one collage that looks like that's part of it? And then I sliced an image out of it and put it end to end and made a strip of washi tape out of it. Sorry guys, I'm heads down right at the moment. That's just text. Dark black and white. I don't know. Okay. Well, I guess I could shrink this and incorporate. Maybe I'll think about that. Okay. I'm going to leave these out here as reminders to stuff I kind of like on it. And then we'll start going to the crackling. Love the colors of the circles. Which circles? Did I have circles? Oh, on that blue, on that tape that I made. That's one of the, I told you guys I'm working on having washi tape made. That's one of them. But a lot of them are my pictographs. Let me try something real quick, printing this. God, that's way back. I'm going to have to mark these favorites or something and put them off to the side where I can get to them a little quicker than rifling through all these. Where are you? That was before Christmas. But after the seashell in Florida, I think. Was it? Oh, hell's bells. Here it is. I got it. Found it. All right. I put a piece of onion skin in my printer. I'm going to see what I can do with making this image reduced. So how can I do that by sending it to the printer from here? Oh, Lord. Here's a whole new technical aspect coming up here. Print, copy, black and white. But I don't want to print it. Can I reduce it on here first? It doesn't know what I'm going to reduce till it's there, though. No hell. That's not what I want to do. Options. Now it only lets me choose black and white color, paper size from my phone. Ah, crap. Oh, let's just print another one. I guess I'd have to print another one and then take a photocopy of that onto something else. And then I can reduce it from there. All right. See, I'm tapping my fingers. It was so funny. I was watching one of Robin's videos the other day, and she was tapping her fingers, and she said, "This is what I do when I think. I tap my fingers." I thought, she's a genius. The blue circles. Eileen, where the hell did you see blue circles? You mean on here? These little bitties? I wish I could get that die act that way as it did on that real piece of patina paper. I don't know how the hell I did that. But I can't repeat it, apparently. Email yourself and then reduce it and print it. Are you talking dirty to me, telling me to go email myself? Not nice. All right, let's see. I'll blame this on Eileen. Let me get this round one out of the way. Ugh, Lordy. Okay, I'm just going to use this as an ink pad. Get this crap out of my way. Lordy, I'll never have a desk big enough, no matter how big it is. All right, hang on. Let's try this. Oops. Oh, Lord. Hang on. Oh, the phone. probably only do one at a time, actually. All right. Copy. Document. Settings. Resize. Custom. Let's go 50%. Done. Back. Color. Okay, let's see what happens. We shall see what happens. Okay. Let's get this bad boy over here somewhere. Oh my. I don't want to use a smaller jelly plate because I need enough paint when I go to do this. There we go. I printed one out full size and then I put it back through and reduced it 50%. So now I could cut these small, but then I have to run it through there. I have to go through several of those to maybe scatter a couple on each side. But there we go. Now I did that from my phone. I set it from my phone. It's a picture. And it was limited settings there. But after I printed out the full size one, I put the full size one on the glass and then scanned it through and just did the camera settings from the the printer settings from the printer keypad. Patina on the watercolor paper. I wasn't wild about how it came out. See what it does to the paper? I try to do some patina scripts and it puts this, the stuff gets all over the paper. And I don't know what that would do with this. I don't want that to blend in there. Okay. Let's move along. I'm going to try a strip of this crackle. You know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Find my brayer, number one. I'm gonna try that right up along the strip where this tear is, in case it doesn't work. I'm gonna have to cut that off anyway, and like change the size of my journal by just a little teeny tiny bit there. It won't be that great of a loss. So I'm just gonna put this paint down this strip here. Load up my crackle. Make sure this is on a good surface. All right, here goes nothing. Well, I could only do smaller ones because see how it ran out up here on the brayer when the brayer circled around more than once? I was kind of in my head envisioning like a whole crackle thing all over it, but I'm not going to do that because it's never going to line up and look right. So let's go back to this idea. Somebody asked me where I got that. I got that years ago and I have no idea where, but I suggested they look on eBay. This is just a piece of needle point canvas. Let's just pop a little something here. See what happens. That's not bad. You can do some of those in these plain spots where you can see it a little bit better. That's just a little something in the background. Kind of the same color families. Little shiny bits. Can you see the shine? It's that bronze, golden. Oh, hell. Come on. There we go. It's shiny. I'd like to get this Zodiac stamp back in there, but I'm wondering how it'll work on with this not. What if you crumple paper and put it on your jelly plate and use the plate to transfer the texture? And just kind of use it like sponging the crinkly pattern on the watercolor paper, April? Yeah, I'm going to use my stamp with your name on it, Gayla, that I have secretly hidden in my drawer. Oh, God bless you. All right, so I wonder how this would work. I love this stamp. Well, I mean, it kind of worked on here, but this wasn't as, oh Lord, it's getting this crap everywhere. To think about a month ago, I had this completely cleaned up. So, I mean, this was a lot smoother. It wasn't as munged up as this one is with all the warping it did with the staining. But you know what? It's a piece of paper, people. Let's not get too crazy. Let's just flip and do it, shall we? So I got to do the whole plate. I'm going to put a decent layer on here. So that I can get a good imprint on this. Oh, Lord, please let it work. Yeah, Jackie, it would have to be random because I remember on using it for other things, you could never really get it to line up. And then when you overlap it, which is easy to do because you can't really see exactly where it's going because the roller's bigger. The handle's bigger than the roller. That makes sense. It's kind of blind. Well, that's kind of cool. It's subtle, like me, but but it's there. I'm going for it. I'm gonna do it. And I love it when it goes over the silver. It looks really cool. I'm not scared. Patty, do you have a foam roller? You can roll the paint. You can roll the paint on with the foam roller. Roll onto here, Z? I'm sure I do. Somewhere. here. So I know this is juicy enough. All the textures look good. I think it's the bronze with the coffee stain. Yeah, I like that too. It's not it's kind of monochromatic almost, which I do like. Okay, you see it's on there. It's faint, but it's backgroundy, right? So, oops, where is it? It is still shiny. There we go. There's a good shot. In some places, it's not as consistent because of how warped the paper was. Like, see, it's not as through there. I lost it a little bit, but that makes it backgroundy. That's a word. You don't have to tell me about it. I know it's a word. There's going to be a sheet of paint getting this off of here. I'm going to have to get more bronze paint. So I can put one of these kind of almost over this, the one that blurred out there. Don't forget you want to do the heat. Oh, yeah, Gayla. Thank you. I do. I do. What time is it? 9. I'm going to have to dig one of those out, Z, and keep that handy because that's probably a better idea than what I'm doing. That one schmutzed just a little bit. Trying to let some of that get adhered on there pretty good. I'm going to put a little bit more on there. That's kind of drying up a little bit. Rather put it on my jelly plate than lose it under the cap. Dry it into a bronzy, beautiful paint booger. All right, one more of these. So now the heat for the foiling, where do I want to put that? Okay, that's pretty good. I really have to Murphy's oil soap this bad boy. Although it's beautiful, it's getting a little thick. So, let's see. We can pull this off on. Try to just do a little strip of this. This is the one I printed. Those papers, Eileen, that you had us all download about a month ago. This is one. It's supposed to be gold, but you can see it printed like, I don't know, not gold. I'm just going to overlay a little strip of this on here. Try to stay away from the big parts that I like. See if that not bad. Put a little shiny something on those. I wonder what this would look like if I just popped a little bit of bronze here and there on this one. I mean, it's a copy. I can make more, right? Yes, I can. Oh, that's kind of cool. I just kind of made it look a little grungier. That was maybe too much on that side. Oh, that's okay. All right. I hate to waste that paint. So let me well, pull it off on something. Yes, I am. Let me grab another piece of onion skin. It's still wet up there. Let me put a little, here's a champagne gold down the dry spot. Are you getting more of those Zodiac stamps, Z? Yeah, Paint and Paper Studio, guys, is Xander's online store where I got this and tons of other good stuff. She's always got a discount on everything in the shop. I think it's like 15 off, like all the time. Do I want to do that again? I'm just doing this to remove some of the paint to get that shadow of that stamp in there again. Put a little bit over here. All right, let's see if we can get this off of here. So now what else? See, Shauna? Linda had a great idea. What was Linda? Scan the stamp and print some of those. Oh, this? You a genius. That is a good idea. I'm going to let that dry before I put it on the glass of the printer. We'll see how that goes. It's like you're a genius. Ooh, gotta hydrate. Look at that raw strength. Fresh Dasani bottle. One hand. I'm starting to like how this is coming along there. I need a little papa in there. You can't really, well, I can see a little bit of the Zodiac over here. It's very subtle. But see how that crinkles so much? It's kind of like its own little work of art because of the crinkle. And it's just bronze getting pulled off the plate. And a lot of bronze left for the next time. So, is this dry enough? Let's see. Now, what do I want to print it on? Just on onion? I mean, on onion skin or... Thinking. Hang on. Stand by. All right. Oh, I got this on the printer too. Hold on. Hopefully this won't mess up the glass. Onion skin. Let's try onion skin. Gonna scan it too. Okay. Scan. Email. Continue. Come on. Sorry, talking to myself with the printer settings. I'm not all that familiar with the fancy stuff yet. Chat amongst yourselves. Loading. Whew, standing over top of that printer, about to have a heat stroke. Yeah, it does look a little barky birch tree kind of thing. All right, hang on. Where are we? Okay, continue. Come on. Let me see. I'm scanning it to my email so I can add it to my photos, but I'm going to print it once I do that too. So fancy. If it works. Okay, finally thinking about doing something. Come on. Sorry, guys. No. Okay. Did it work? Scanned. Downloading. Oh, look. There it is in my email. So now I'm going to see if I can save it to my photos. Oh, no, it wants to save to a file because I made it a... Oh, that's why, because I made it a document. All right, I'm just going to copy it right now. I'll deal with the rest of that later. Let's see how this prints on the onion skin. Let's just see. So now I remember. Let's see, there's the scan copy. Look how fine it is. He's so fine. You can see the 3D of it where this is the, you know, of course it's not clean. I should do that when it's clean and doesn't have all the bronze down in these holes like down in there where it shouldn't be. Tindaloo. Welcome. Pop in anytime. Okay, so here's the print on onion skin. It's pretty good. It even looks metallic. The color's a little different. It's a little more brown, but it does look metallic. That's kind of interesting. Good idea, Linda. So I would if I I don't think I want to collage. I don't want to collage yet. I think I'm going to save the collaging till it's done, whatever done means. What was I going to do? I was going to do something else to it. Oh, I was thinking about the tape. To get a little papa in there, somewhere here and there. Yes, no? Patty, what printer do you have? Hey, Judy. It's an HP Envy Photo 7855. I got it on sale for $129. I think the retail's $229, but I got $100 off. I think a little papa would work in there. But do I use the washi? Or do I just script on it? That's kind of dangerous. I'm not sure how the ink, if I just did it by hand, would work. You know what I might do? Where's that? Where the hell did I have this image of this tape? I like that little bit of blue in there, and it's still got that bronze and a little bit of black. If I had a longer strips of this, which I did because I used this somewhere right there. See that long piece right there? That's one piece of washi. I put those slices of that collage, which is, oh, it's that. I took a slice of this. And when you look close, you can see it. It's this from here up. And then I flipped it so it made the circle instead of just being the U at the bottom, like how that is. I did one like this and one like this to connect those. And then that's how I made that image. Where did I put that image? I want to get a software that I can. The blue really pops on. I know. I think so too. $12 high. Oh yeah, I think you're probably right on that, Gayla. That's why I keep you around. Maybe you are the smart one, and we just refuse to believe it. I do like that little bit of blue popping in there. I'm gonna have to look for that image, but I need to get I used to have Photoshop Elements, and I kind of let it go with my last computer because it was an older version. I looked and it was many, the software was many versions higher than that now. And it's not that expensive. I think I might just buy the new one. But somewhere where I can manipulate this stuff better than, well, on my Mac now, I don't have, I was using PowerPoint just to do images with cutting stuff up like this, but I don't even have PowerPoint on my new Mac. I have it on my work computer, but I don't have it on my new Mac. I don't know which way is up and which way is down. Let's assume these strokes go down. I don't know. All right, let's see what's happening here. I do like a little pop of that in there. Maybe I'll pop some circles of that in there. Heaven forbid I agree with Eileen, but the blue looks great. I know. Fight it, Gayla. Oh, mercy. This was printed out off that paper that Jude sent me. I need to take, I remember they had classes at the college. You know what? Looking at this on screen, it's a lot easier for me to see where I should put that. That's so weird. Looking at it in person, you'd think would be better, but no. Where they had classes, like continuing education classes for Photoshop. Procreate on the iPad. Hey, Winifred. Oh, asshole. Of course you did. Quite the lady. Hey, Chris. I know, Eileen. That's why I think I'm going to wait for the, well, I probably should wait for the tape too then, shouldn't I? But, what an asshole. Sorry, guys. I shouldn't be saying asshole, but that was an asshole. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that either then right now, should I? But they had, I need to look at that again because I would really like to do that and be able to put more of my stuff together. Eileen, I'm going to come to Boca and you can teach me how to do it. Students get a discount, Geraldine, from like the continuing education at like college evening classes, you mean? This would be easy to make tape out of. Look at all those lines. I like that. Okay, now my brain's starting to fry a little bit. Where do I want to go next? If I don't... See, I even thought about doing some embossing on it, but that I'd have to wait as well. Right? Because I don't know where it's going to fold yet. Where did I print that off? Somewhere, somehow. I know I have it on my phone. Somewhere. I thought I did. Maybe it's on my computer. Oh, you know what? It is. POC 2020 is only 69. Amazon has POC from 15 to 220. Also Photoshop. Oh, really? Photoshop, I know at one time I looked at it a number of years ago. It was very, I mean, hundreds of dollars, like $600-800 or something. Not sure I'm that committed to it. But Elements, when I got it, I remember it was $99. And that was, I don't know, 6 years ago, maybe. I'd have to know where it's going to fold before you go on. Yeah, I think so, unless I did some stamped images. Oh, I could maybe stamp some pictographs. I know it is expensive. But Elements is only 2020. Would I need Photoshop? Paint Shop Pro. Oh, now you need a new computer, CB. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a few stamps. Hell, hang on. Hold the phone. Where did I put them? See, I cleaned up my desk, hid everything for myself again. I do have a cleaned out little one drawer that I can put some of this stuff in. Maybe some set stamps. I was thinking about doing those with or some washi tape. Hang on. Washi tape. Oh no, I'm going to fold that too. But still, that would probably fold okay. Oh, this is the double-sided stuff, though. This is a little bit thicker than washi. But this might be a cool one to put in there somewhere, somehow, little bits. Maybe on the binding when I get it done, like on the spine. Put that on there. Perhaps. Photoshop. I know. See, the learning curve is what's going to stymie me, because, and I love to learn stuff like that. I really do. But the time it takes to do it is where I'm hosed right now while I'm still working. I don't want to buy it now and retire years later and it be out of date. So I could do some of the foiling here and there. Or I could do a little stamp here and there. Or maybe just some circles. Paint Shop Pro. And that's priced high too. Years ago, when I still worked in Fredericksburg for a government contractor, we used a program called Arts and Letters. And it did a whole lot more than that name would let you think that it would do. And we did a lot of graphic stuff that we put together for, I worked for a government contractor that put in bids for doing different pieces of the Tomahawk missile project. Hey, Nancy. And we used it for a lot of the drawings and stuff that they did for the proposals they put in for new work. And we did that. Photoshop Elements and Adobe Premiere Elements. Student price for these two with programs. 2 software programs on Adobe website. Oh, so they would honor a student. You have to, I guess, prove where you were going to go, right? Interesting. I'll take that under advisement. I want to, Azure, I want to take like pictures and scans of stuff that I make and turn it into something else by manipulating it like this. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it. I just have this little smidge of this that I did on like in PowerPoint or something. It was, oh no, you know what I did? I'll tell you what I did. I went in my photos on my Mac and I'm working on some snippets for washi tape. And will they show in here? I went into some of the pictures that I've taken just with my iPhone of my collages. And then I cropped them into the slice of this one, right? This was a big bronze circle, right? And I just cropped the strip down there. And then I flipped it back and forth so it kind of connected. But where the hell is it? Hang on. It's going to be near where the project was, I think. Oh, maybe they're not going to show on my phone. They were in. But anyway, that's the kind of stuff I want to do, is just take, bits of collages that I've done and take little chunks out of them and make something else and be able to manipulate them enough to do different stuff. Veruca, short for culinary arts. This is mixed media art, so I think you were referred incorrectly. No, it's Veruca. Is that how you say it? It's mixed media art. No food here. Photoshop Elements isn't that hard. Yeah, that's probably the best way, Eileen. That wasn't going to go well. I do remember playing with it enough to get by with like when I do my rubber stamps, for instance. I was taking my stencil images from Sherry and in Photoshop and being able to cut out pieces of those and arrange them on a 5x8 piece of file, because that's how big the metal plates are that uh, KP makes my rubber stamps. They're a 5x8 plate. So as many images as you can fit on there different ways is how many, because I always tried to fit as many as I could. So when somebody was going to buy a rubber sheet, they weren't just scattered and you got 3 or 4 images, right? Hey, Jude, I made some washi tape out of one of your papers you sent me that I'm going to work into this. This is a piece of watercolor paper that's going to eventually become, hopefully, a journal cover. And we're talking about different layers and stuff I can put on here. But I did make some of washi tape out of those papers that I do plan to sprinkle through here. But I need to wait towards the end of it. Night Dot, I bet you better go to bed. Because it's going to get scored and folded at some point. It's on both sides, right? So I'm just working up layers, but I can't put anything on there that's an extra piece of paper on it because we're going to fold it and score it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to wait till the end to do that, I think. I'm glad you're here too. So now I was thinking about maybe just doing some rubber stamped images. Then we got down a rat hole about different software. So this is the new Seth image. I like this one too. I wonder, so I'm thinking again, you know how that goes. I have silver and gold and rose gold ink pads. I'm just saying. Huh. I wonder what it'll look, because I want it to be subtle. I don't want this to be black, and then I want these pops of black to be what pops on it when we get there. Patty thinks, and we all hold the breath, as you should. Let me take this off of here. Let me take this out of here. Here's this image. This is one of the new mini stamps. I like those. And I love this one too. I think they need to be cleaned because I've used those for embossing, so it's got a lot of schmutzy, sticky, what's that, Versamark on there. Let's see what this looks like. This is the Brilliance Galaxy Gold. I don't know if you guys have used this or have it or whatever. Let's see on the newsprint what this looks like. Let us see. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I'm going to flip it because I'm not using this in the right way. It's comfortable for my hand when it's the other way. All right. That I can see the image as well. I mean, you know what I mean. All right, let's just pop a few of these bad boys somewhere in here. I want to do that, Eileen, but I don't want to do it before I have to fold it with the embossing. Right? So there's one. It's just a little subtle, it's tiny. Just going to put a couple of these here and there. But I want to keep the layers. Thanks, Jude. It's coffee and tea. I couldn't decide. So I don't need them everywhere. I just want to kind of a little sprinkle. I think next, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do much more to this until I'm ready to cut it and fold it. That ought to be a hootenanny. Oh, Lordy. That's not going to end well. It is. Whoever asked, this is from Clarity Stamps in the UK with the handles on it. But I'm really kind of concerned about this tear over here. I don't think I can recoup from that. I'm going to have to take that off the width of the journal somehow. You saw a deer on the other side of the coffee stains. Somebody always sees something. Where do you see it, deer? Yeah, I thought about that, Z. Put some kind of tape on there. I wish I knew where this would end up on the journal. Because, see, I have to cut off the perforations here, too. And it's 18 to 24 just when you cut the perforations off. I mean, this stuff off. Then what's left is 18 by 24, exactly. The top right side over here, you see a deer? You do? I might see a little piggy right here. I don't see a deer. In the black or in the coffee? You said in the coffee. Let me look on the... Oh, upside down this way? That looks like a cartoon camel or something. It will be the front cover if you do it from the left. So this is going to be the front cover. Adios, Gia. Who the hell are these idiots? God. Yeah. Good Lord. Repair the tear by fixing it with gold. I remember that's kind of a wabi. Is that a wabi sabi thing? Is that the right word? And hello, Janine, by the way. Judy. So will this be on the bit that ends up being the flap of the cover, Sandra? Because depending on how high that is, maybe I could reinforce that with something and hide it with whatever kind of clasp thing I'm going to put on there. I know, right, Chris? They come out in the night. They can't help themselves. Okay, the front. The front is the back of this paper. You are looking at the inside of your book. So if I flip it like this, this is now the inside. And which will be the side that, you know, when she had hers, right? And she had it folded like this, and then she had that little bit that folded over the front. Which is going to be this? Where does this end up? Would that end up here, being this piece that flipped over? Not if she turns it over, Xander. Oh, Lord. So maybe I could just put a piece of that heavier tape that I had out here earlier. This is heavy. It's double-sided. I wonder if I could use that for this and put a piece of this on here and wrap it around to cover that with. I mean, I could add more of this later, but that might keep it from tearing more now. Or do you think I should do something more that blends with it? So let me zoom in a little bit. That might have been too much. Oh no, here you are. Okay. I forget it's showing backwards. So I guess I should cut this off before I wrap it, right? Because then when I cut these off, yeah. Hang on. Oh, Lordy, we're getting crazy now talking about cutting. I better get out my safety ruler before I lop off a digit on stream. Oh my. I wonder if I can use the rotary cutter. Usually the X-Acto type knives don't like me. But see, this has a protective place for me to put my fingers and hide them. Maybe I'll do that. And I just got this. We need one of these to take on our trip. I got this too. I don't know if this will work or not. I've been trying to get my supplies together for the retreat. Add the washi where the tape hole will go, where the washi tape where the hole will go. Well, that's what I'm hoping, but I'm going to put it where the tear is now to stop it from tearing, because I think it's tearing a little bit more here and there as we go, flipping it over back and forth. Let me put this away. Oh, mercy. Here we go. Please blend it so I don't become, please blend it so I don't become scared. What am I blending? I haven't started that yet, Penny. I know. I think I have most everything, but I wanted to get, my mat was really small and I wanted to get a bigger mat. Then I ran across this. Maybe I'll just use one of these. Let's see which blade this is. Good enough. Mulberry paper sounds wonderful. Watcher. Hey, Randy and Teresa, you guys are out at Creativation. So Randy and Teresa, for you guys that don't know them, they are at Creativation now, and they have a page, a Facebook page called Cilantro Inc. Like SALONTRO Inc. and they posted out there they're going to be walking around and doing live streams, and they're taking requests from people that want to see certain products or demos and trying to stream what people are requesting. So it's like kind of like you're there with them. Now, how did I get that crooked doing that? One might ask. I'm telling you, this process does not care for me. I never have been able to do this well, as is demonstrated tonight. But anyway, go out and check out their Facebook page. And if you want to see something, let them know what that something is, and they'll see if they can hook you up. And you can like their page so you can sign up and get notifications when they do go live. I'm heads down right now. I'm not looking at the chat. Oh, hell. I really should not be doing this. I don't feel comfortable doing this at all. Ay, ay, ay. What's happening? Why did that just cut straight for me? Sweet Moses. Oh, Xandra's link, Chris. She needs some rose gold watercolor. It's paintandpaperstudio.com. Good Lord. That was stressful. I am not fond of the X-Acto knife cutting. And I watch Robin do it, and it's so easy. Like, it's perfect every time. I always am thinking I gotta, think about where my medical cards are and my phone charger so we can get quickly to the hospital when I lop off a digit. Oh, glad that's over. But I do like this. I did feel a little safer with that. I'm usually not afraid to try anything, but I don't like that. Okay, where's my tape? The edge is sort of under. Oh, well, maybe that was the problem. Oh, I think I see. Well, it wasn't too far off. It can be saved. Yeah, Chris, there's Xandra put her link up there for her store. Oh, and the foam is good because it keeps it from slipping. But then the foam is bad because it's, I don't know, moves a little bit or something, or the knife goes under it, or I don't know, something happens. It's a little disturbing. All right, so what if I just did this? I'll make it this big and twice that big. Let's cut it about there. You knocked yourself off. Don't hurt yourself. All right, here goes nothing. What time is it? 10 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock. All right, I think I'm going to go after this little endeavor. Lordy. All right. I don't know which side's going to be in and which side's going to be out. I guess it doesn't really matter, but let's just do that for now. Oh, it didn't stick. How is that possible? It's not sticking at all. Come on. I'm going to try the rotary blade next time, Jackie, for sure. That's why I got it, because I thought that's better than the random thing just, you know, smacking off to the side. How is that possible? This is so not tacky, and it's not sticking on there at all. Oh, Gayla. Oh, sweet Moses. Well, you look awfully pretty if you'd only stick. Wonder if I could glue something like this there and wrap it around. That's what I'm going to do. That's prettier anyway. Oh, what about this piece? All right, so if I put this down and wrap it around and glue it, right? So I have to score through it. Oh, my handmade washi. This is why I keep you people here. Maybe like a piece of this stuff. It's already coffee stained to kind of blend in, and whip that around. I think this. I'm looking at the screen as I do that. I think this. So now I want to find a little piece that looks kind of cool. You go there. So I need a piece twice that long. 2.5. So I need to measure 5. Right underneath the tail of that one. All right. How do you like that for exact measurements? Is it Janet that likes to measure? She'd have a stroke. I just kind of eyeball everything. My whole life I eyeball it. I'm not too worried about being exact, to tell you the truth. I'm not a machine, people. Oh yeah, this was one of Robin's, because she did it. She did it on the back of a map. Coffee stained the back of a map. And this is sticky because of the tape that I used. All right. Oh, well, that wasn't quite in half, was it? But that's okay, because you're only going to see one side or the other. You ain't coming off of there. No, you ain't. Starting to tear there a little bit, too. All right, there we go. All right, let me pull this out a little bit again. Rose gold and mermaid. You can't go wrong with that combination, Chris. All right. So I've got a little papa in there. And I like how that looks, actually. So let me, hang on. Let me look. I started looking at my computer before I had to boot a couple idiots out of here. Trying to remember Cass's journal. There it is. Now I'm looking at the diagram. But I don't understand why I can't. Can I print it? I'm going to print it. Yeah, man. So looking at this, I would cut away 1 1/3 inches from either the top or the bottom, whichever one I want to lose, right? And then I'm going to fold. I'm going to take off the bottom. If I want to do the pockets, I don't think I want to do the pockets, Sandra. You didn't do the pockets, right? So I don't think I want to do the pockets. Will I use the pockets? I don't know. They might be cute. Seems like a lot of work, though. So if I wanted to do the pockets, what I would do was cut a 6-inch by 4 3/4 high out of here, right? And then over here, I'd lose a 2 1/4 inch piece here. So I'd leave, this would be here, this would be gone. I don't want to lose those. What's happening? Oh my God, did my, hang on. Owen with his cowboy hat. My brother was playing with it and got the song on it. That little turd, he is so cute. How tall is my paper? I got sidetracked, as you can see. Hang on. Oh, come on. What's happening here? Close. My paper, it should be 18. Just shy of 18, actually. It's 17 3/4. Don't ask me why. False advertisement. They said 18 by 24. Isn't that funny? Ah! That little turd. My brother got him that tractor and the cowboy hat and the John Deere hoodie. So it's almost 18, not quite. If you didn't want the pockets, cut so it measures 11 inches tall. Okay, because that's the finish. That's where it finishes, right? It finishes, so it's a. Let me look at the damn printout. There we go. Here's her drawing. So I basically just lose this whole thing, right? Cut one on top third, top to bottom. And this is 11 inches. Okay, I see what you're saying. And then it's just basically a journal cover with the flap. I think I'd be okay with that. And you know what I might do? I was just thinking, if I lose too much of this stuff that I really like, I can just wet different, because this is all acrylic that I put on here. Well, the stamp isn't, but I guess that's waterproof. We'll find out. I can just like wet a circle and put that black silver ink in a circle here and there, or a cross or some little stroke or something here to get this effect that's smaller and scattered. You know what I mean, Vern? Oh, by the way, everybody was asking about Paula. She is okay. I texted her the other day and she got back to me. She's good. She's just been working all the overtime she can get because when she was out and lost those hours. So I just wanted to pass that along. I know people were worried about her. Cut off 7 inches all the way across. Yeah. All right. I'm looking at the top and the bottom to see what I'd like to keep more. Um, 7 inches. Wow. So if I just did that from the bottom, oh, look, exactly 7 inches. I'd lose all of this, basically, and just have that left, which that will no longer be in the middle. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, cut off. But then that's 2 cuts, Z. I was trying to do 1 cut. So I could do, I know, 3.5. So I'd lose this, right, all the way across. That's about there. I lose. That's not a big loss. That's kind of a big loss. I like that little bit, but I can do that again. But you know what? I don't think I have the brain power or energy to start it now. We've been going on for 3 hours. I think I'll do. I'm going to be able to stream probably Saturday or Sunday. I don't know which, but this weekend sometime I should be able to stream again. So I think. So now I'm thinking, should I just do the pockets? But I'm still going to lose this and this part of this, right? This isn't a great loss either. But I'd lose this and I'd lose like this. And this in the middle would be the pocket that flipped up, right? Or if I went this way. Oh, I really like this one. I'd lose this and this. And then the pocket would just have that on it. And they'll be upside, what'll be upside down from, oh, I don't care. Well, these will be gone, right? This will be gone and this part of this will be gone. And I don't care about that. It's just kind of a mark then. It's not really a character. And I can add other ones. Oh, I'm thinking. So when you make mine, you're going to cut it up first and then decorate it. That would be one way to go. But if you're going to use, like Kathy did it with the stencils and everything, you don't want to score it or anything because that'll be a real pain trying to do it. Yeah, but how fresh does it have to be, Gayla? Because that might be, even well rested, that might be a little tricky for some of us. But I do like where it is so far. I am going to like some pops of black in there a little bit. And I might collage a little bit. Uh-oh, where did it go? Where did you go? Here. Oh, like maybe make a couple more of these. Let's see how bad how bad am I going to be at cutting this out in a circle? Oh. Let's just try that just for giggles, shall we? To me, this is fussy cutting. Don't laugh. I know my limitations. I just have to go slower. I hate to take a long time doing anything. I don't have the patience. That's why I couldn't color. The big coloring since book sensation came up, and I thought, oh, that would be cool. Hell no. One page, I was ready to throw everything I had out the window. Actually, I did. I gave it away. Like, no. I can't. I don't have the patience. Not looking at the chat right now. See how close to this looking like a circle it is when I get done. Okay. That's not bad. That would kind of look neat with one of these. I mean, you guys can't probably see it. Hang on, let me zoom you back in. I love having my zoom back. My Zumba back. If I kind of nestled it, see this little, and it's shiny. It's bronze. Right? Oops, wrong one. It really is shiny. Hello. No? It's shiny. It's not going to shine for me though. But if I nestled that up where this is kind of tucked around it, that kind of looks neat. Or even in the middle of one of these Zodiac deals. I kind of like that. Okay, well, I'll have to print more of these. And maybe add a little trickle of those in there somewhere. I'm trying to pull it back out and look at it to see if I like the focus. There we go. The color against that. I guess it's not bad. Oh, remember this? Oh, no, you can't even see enough of it to recognize it under this debacle. Well, you can't even see what the hell we started with there. But remember that it's a clock somewhere in Europe. Rose gold splatter. Oh, rose gold splatters. That can't ever be bad. Rose gold splatters, right? That might be something we could consider now. I want to go back and look at this because we like the blue, right? I'm going to play with that. Try to make more of this tape stuff here, right? Because we like that on there. Just a little bit here and there. But remember that clock? What the hell was that called? I got to sort these out a little better. Was that it? No. Hang on. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Hello. Where were you? How far back? I don't think you were that far back. Did I blow by it? I know you weren't that far back. Were you? That doesn't seem right. Can't be. I must have missed it. How'd you let me miss it? Oh, maybe a little shrunken up. Where the hell was that? I just saw it. Remember, I took a picture of. Here it is. The fountain at my hairdresser's place. They had a fountain with that kind of Buddha face or whatever it is on there. Maybe lay a little image of that in there somewhere. I don't know. Oh, Lord. What was... You guys know what I'm talking about. The big blue clock with all the different wheels and layers on it that I totally hosed up in that collage and sort of stopped like hours before I stopped. I should have listened to you. Night, Teresa. Have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Which pretty much leaves the gate wide open. Here it is. This one, remember that? I wonder if I printed this out on onion skin and put the big wide double-sided tape down there. Yeah, Prague. Thank you. Put cut slices of that as washi through there. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, starting to yawn. Mama got to go. I do kind of like a little bits of this through it too, though. Maybe circles of this. That's what I'm thinking. All right, we're gonna stop it for now because I'm getting my brain's a little fried. Stop! Don't say it, Gayla. And we'll come back fresh this weekend and see where we go from there. How about that? Oh shit! You would not believe what I just did. Ah! My little basket of all those little treasured little bits. Dumped it on the floor. Come on. Just when I said I was too tired to do anything, I gotta pick all this shit up. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Hang on. My head's down on the floor. Not looking at chat at the moment. Oh, Lord. Really? Seriously? I was trying to shut that drawer. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, I do. I like to go out with a bang, April. Ask my husband. Oh, bless his heart. Okay, guys. Night for now. Keep your eye out. I'll post it on all my social media when I determine if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. This may be a Saturday and Sunday. I don't know. But I'll figure out what little windows I have and we'll go for it. See what happens. So thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it. Have a good night.